I'm gonna put it in the description about the abuelitas and what's gonna happen tonight. A bunch of candles are gonna be lit up. It's gonna be wild, okay? My condo right now is right above Parque Sabaneta. I love it. I live for it every night. I fall asleep to this. It's not every night like this, but I fall asleep to people living their life, literally not being cited for just playing dominoes and having a little bit of aguardiente out in the park. It is the most beautiful scene ever to see kids running around at midnight by the Christmas tree. This place is full of life and love and hope and so much. So I know that in a couple months, mi español y todo, that's all coming back, and I'm not worried about it. But I want to be genuine about what to expect when you move abroad. Now, you don't necessarily have to expect this. I put myself in this situation. I chose this, and I love it. And honestly, it's an Airbnb. Until I figure out where I'm going to invest in exactly, I am choosing Airbnbs, but I decided to extend this one, so it'll be 6 months total here in the heart of Sabaneta, and I could not be any more excited. And I'm really stoked because next weekend I'm actually going to be staying in Medellin, which is literally 8 miles up the road, but I'm going to be staying in Medellin to really give you guys like a pure view of what is happening during Navidad here in Colombia. Now, as we listen to that rave music in the background and as frijoles are being made on the side and all this epic shit is happening, I want to talk to everyone about feeling really conflicted about all your stuff at home, what you're going to do with it, and all of that. First of all, forget about all that shit. It does not matter. I also suffered over my mason jars and my, many TVs and my awesome beds and all these things that I had, okay? None of it matters. Honestly, my car is still in the United States. I could give two shits what happens to it, but I need it just in case, and I've had it forever, and it'll stay there while I get things done in the States. But if I didn't have to go back at all, I wouldn't, and really I don't have to, so I'm having a representative take care of that. But nonetheless, do not worry about that shit. That's all it is. The United States makes you believe that that really expensive house that you bought, that's what matters. And look, I'm a real estate agent, so this is going to be really hard for me to say this. But guys, it really is a trap, okay? And I want to say this about everybody. This is very, I have ADHD, so I'm like, oh my gosh, it's really difficult. For anybody who is coming to Colombia, please, if you get an Airbnb and you are American, and I'm not talking about like this kind of American, South American, I'm talking about North American, and I'm not talking about Mexico, because Mexico is North America también. I'm talking about if you are from the United States, do not gentrify this place. I need you guys to stop getting Airbnbs for $3,000 a month, $2,000 a month. Fuck, don't even get them for over $1,000 a month. It depends on the place, obviously, and everybody has to do their own thing. Thank you for turning down the music. But really, if you can avoid that, obviously in the first couple months you're going to need to do that. But it's really the Colombians that know that you're going to pay that amount. Try to keep it as low as possible. I'm not going to pretend that this place wasn't over 1,000, but very minimally over 1,000, which includes everything. I see prices going up, and I'm very worried about what that is going to do to this community, the place my grandmother lived, walked in. My whole family lives here still. Not all of them. A lot of them live in the States as well, but I am first generation on one side, barely second generation on the other side, because that was like a fluke, and I don't know how that's going to work out. I mean, I'm very Colombian for as gringa as I am. So what I'm trying to say is this: your stuff does not matter, but when you do come here, please know that all that matters here is life. All that matters here is also speaking Espanol. Do not come here and do not bring that Karen mentality. Do not point. Do not be rude to people. Do not expect people to adapt to whatever it is you think your culture is. Because I'm going to say something. The United States is constantly lately talking about the culture and trying to hold on to that culture. There is no culture in the U.S. except to be a melting pot. Now, here in South America or in any other country, that is not the same thing. You must assimilate here. I'm not saying that assimilation in the United States in some regard is not important. It is. But the premise of the United States, the entire experiment was about, really, could we get people from all over the world to become this melting pot in little different sections where they could have their culture, but also intermixed together as a whole in the country. And that's what happened. And that's what makes the United States, or what made the United States beautiful. Now what is coming to the surface is what we really do know, and that's that it was always founded under this cultural idea of an Aryan land. And it's horrible, but it's true, and it's sad because people fled religious persecution and then through manifest destiny, stole, and I laugh because it makes me nervous, stole the land of Native Americans. And a lot of those Native Americans are indigenous, like indigenous Americas, which means Mexico, which means Colombia, which means Venezuela, which means Panama, which means that the United States stole a lot of land. I'm not saying that's kind of not the premise of everything that happens ongoing today, but that's not how it's supposed to be. And look, I'm not here to be a philosopher on that or anything of the sort, but I do know that killing people to steal their land is not the answer, nor is coming here and paying outrageous prices and doing the same kind of imperialist shit that ruined the US. Bringing that here is just not going to give you a better life. In fact, people are going to hate you for it. So do not bring that here. Leave all your shit at home and leave that mentality about all that shit at home. And remember, the only thing that matters, again, is kindness, corazon, how your soul, how you treat others, not hiding behind Jesus is king and really being someone that you're not. That whole religious bullshit does not work here. Like, people are genuinely spiritual here. They really are. You will see people crawling on their knees to the church. You will see them really praying with true faith. They don't believe in prosperity gospel. You're not going to hear like contemporary music like playing in some like cheesy, really expensive spot that was purchased so that they can take a ton of money from you and be like, hey, look, I'm going to say it, Elevation Church or whatever. Like, not to put that church down. I'm just saying that a lot of these churches are not speaking out about what's happening in their backyards. They're not able to give people formula. Here in Colombia, it doesn't matter if people have nothing in their pocket, and this includes me. I will give the shirt off my back to somebody that needs it here. That is my responsibility. If I have a little bit more, I need to give it. And some people are not going to agree with that. The only thing that matters is your heart. And just please come here knowing you need to speak the language. If not, you need to try. You need to be kind. And do not come here being a Karen. How else do I say it? Especially don't come here if you voted MAGA. Straight up. Okay?